Welcome to Aviation Aftermath.
April 26, 1994. China Airlines Flight 140 departs Taipei on a routine evening flight to Nagoya, Japan. On board are 271 passengers and crew, expecting a normal landing after a short regional journey. Instead, the flight will end in one of the most devastating crashes in modern aviation history, just moments before touching down. This is the story of China Airlines Flight 140. The aircraft is an Airbus A300, a wide-bodied jet equipped with advanced automation for its time. The flight proceeds normally for most of the journey. Weather conditions near Nagoya are stable, and air traffic control clears the aircraft for approach to runway 34. Inside the cockpit, Captain Wang Loche and First Officer Chung Mangyung prepare for landing, following standard procedures. As the aircraft descends on final approach, a single, unintended action changes everything. The first officer accidentally activates the takeoff, go-round lever. Instead of reducing thrust for landing, the autothrottle commands the engines to increase power. The aircraft begins to level off above the glide path when it should be descending. The crew immediately senses something is wrong. The captain takes control and pushes the controls forward, attempting to force the aircraft back onto its proper descent. But the plane resists. Unknown to the pilots, the automation system remains locked in Gower-on mode. The autopilot and flight director continue commanding a nose-up attitude, directly opposing the crew's manual inputs. Confusion fills the cockpit. Warning lights illuminate. The pitch angle increases sharply, airspeed begins to fall, and the aircraft climbs steeply instead of descending. The stall warning sounds, but the crew is unable to fully disconnect or override the automation, fighting against them. Valuable seconds slip away. At approximately 1,700 feet above the ground, the Airbus pitches upward beyond 50 degrees far outside safe flight limits. Airspeed collapses. The aircraft enters a deep aerodynamic stall, rolls, and drops uncontrollably. Seconds later, it slams tailfirst into the ground beside the runway, erupting into flames. The impact is catastrophic. Of the 271 people on board, 264 lose their lives. Only 7 passengers survive, all seated in the forward section of the aircraft. For Japan and the global aviation community, the shock is immediate and profound. Investigators quickly begin piecing together what went wrong. They determine the crash was caused by a combination of human error and automation design flaws. The accidental activation of Gower-on mode alone was survival. The crew's limited understanding of how the Airbus automation behaved in this scenario proved fatal. Further investigation reveals that a critical software update existed that could have allowed pilots to override the system more easily. It had not been installed on the aircraft. Training gaps also played a role, with simulator sessions failing to fully represent real-world automation behavior during abnormal situations. China Airlines Flight 140 became a turning point in aviation safety. Manufacturers redesigned automation logic to make it more transparent and easier for pilots to override. Training programs worldwide were updated to emphasize automation, awareness, and manual flying skills during system conflicts. The disasters served as a powerful reminder that technology, no matter how advanced, must support human decision-making, not oppose it. When pilots and machines fall out of sync, the consequences can be devastating. China Airlines Flight 140 ended in less than a minute, but its lessons reshaped how pilots are trained and how automated aircraft are designed. Out of tragedy came changes that continue to protect millions of passengers today. This was the story of China Airlines Flight 140, here on Aviation Aftermath. If you found this video informative, please like, subscribe, and join me next time as we uncover the lessons behind aviation's darkest moments.